Welcome to VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. Let's go ahead and pretend. Let's pretend that no one understands or no one knows what football is. Not that football, but the other football. Some of you might have heard of it as soccer, but it's football. Let's go ahead and pretend that you never heard of it before. It is an amazing, beautiful, beautiful game. 11, yes, counting up with your fingers and toes, because you're going to need one more to add on. 11 players are on something that you call a pitch. No, I'm not using bad language. No, I don't have to say earmuffs. No, I don't have to do all of the things that I would normally do when I say bad words, when I say bad things, when I make innuendos, when I do stuff because I'm doing to make it funny. When I do things because I'm normally doing it to make a ha-ha or a he-he. But that's not the case. It starts with a P, capital P, as in Papa. Pitch. Yeah, that again. Don't worry. I got you. I got this all under control. It's 11 players per team on a pitch. Something that you run around on. Something that you show your amazing skill set. You can dribble. Yes, dribble, but not that kind of dribble. You ain't bouncing no balls unless it's off your head. You ain't bouncing no balls unless it's off your knee. You ain't bouncing no balls unless it's off your feet. You're using your feet and you're doing it to with, I should say, another player. So there's no hands involved. Look, ma, no hands. Yeah, that is appropriate. That you can say. That you probably will want to utilize a little bit more because you ain't using your hands unless you the GK. You ain't using your hands unless you the keeper. You ain't using your hand unless you the protector. The one that's protecting everyone else from embarrassment because you ain't letting that ball cross that line into your goal, into your net. Think of it as hockey. Yes, that hockey, but on grass and not on skates. But you can put somebody on skates. You can just dribble like move around, move your hips, sway your hips, do some step overs, and then they don't know where you're going. And you just put them to rest. You just put them to sleep. You just put them to the sword because they are in the back. You are running forward still with the ball. You just dribble past them. You just embarrassed them. You just made a highlight. In other words, not a funny, but I need to see that again. Other words, one of them things that you tell and talk to other people about on a regular. Did you see that? Yeah, I saw it. And you get youngins and you get some other people trying to do this and recreate the same thing that took place. That's how devastating it is. And not only that, you probably embarrassed the player, so bad that he's coming back in, running in to make a tackle. He's running back in to tackle you because he can't let that slide. He gotta protect himself. And when I mean protect himself, he gotta protect his ego. We know how big the ego is. Go ahead. Do what you need to do. But that tackle better be clean. That tackle better be good. That tackle better get the ball first. If it doesn't get the ball first, you're going to see something called a card. You're going to see something that's called a card, and it's basically putting you on timeout. Without putting you on timeout, you can still partake. You still can participate. You still can run around with your head on your head, thinking, hopefully, intellectually about the game and so many moves ahead. But if you one of those peeps who just run around to run around, this might not work. But you don't understand the game anyway, so I'm explaining it in bits and pieces to you, fanatic, to you, fan, the player, himself, herself, themself, whoever, they know. This is for you, fan. This is for you, fanatic. If you don't have all of your marbles inside, if you don't have that hamster running on that wheel, making sure things are still connected, things are still lighting up like that light bulb above your head, you're gonna get this card. It's not necessary to put in your own timeout, because you can still partake, you still can participate, but you got to be careful, because you get another one, you done so. You get another one, it's time for the early shower. You get another one, hey, I'm going home early. But it's not a good thing. It's not something you want to do. It's not something you want to make a habit of, either or either. I gave you two, you pick, you choose. I'm just the narrator. Definitely not the hater. 11 players on a pitch playing. There's dribbling, not with your hands, with your feet. There's embarrassment. There's putting someone to the sword. There's a keeper that's making sure that the ball doesn't go in his own net to prevent scoring from happening. And you want to do some 1-2. Think of it as like the 1-2 step. You know, you gotta do the 1-2 real quick. You get your move in and you just do the little dance. You can do that too. But the 1-2 is you pass it, you get it back. You pass it, you get it back. You pass it, but hey, that's a little bit more in depth. That's a little bit more than you need to go right now. But football is an amazing, beautiful, beautiful game. I just gave you a few reasons why. I just gave you some moments that happens a lot, some moments of brilliance that you can just see and be in awe, and everyone knows when they see this moment of brilliance. And it happens more often than you think. Hence, beautiful game. 8 billion people can't be wrong, hater. So just go ahead, give it a look-see. Just go ahead, open your eyes. Just go ahead and see what the rest of us are seeing. You're welcome.